Hello friends, welcome to Sahaya Edison YouTube channel. Happy to meet you all through this video. Here I present before you some practical tips for your successful love life. Let me begin with a story. There was an intelligent young king who ordered all the learned professors of his kingdom to gather and write down all the wisdom of the world. They got right down to work, and 40 years later, they had 1,000 books packed with wisdom. The king, who had meantime reached 60 years of age, told them, "I cannot possibly read 1,000 books. Reduce all that wisdom to basics." After 10 more years, the professors reduced the world's wisdom to 100 volumes. "That's still too much," said the king. "I am already 70 years old. Condense all that wisdom into absolute essentials." So the wise men tried again and squeezed all the wisdom of the world into just one book. But by that time, the king was lying on his deathbed. So the leader of the committee of the wise men condensed the 1,000 volumes of wisdom down to just one sentence. That is, people live, they suffer, they die. The only thing that outlives them is love. Such is the value of love in our life. My dear friends, in this modern world of gadgets and instant gratification of the senses, what is true love? How does one cope with breakup in a relationship, and how to accept the situation and start a new life again? These are some essential questions which disturb our young generations today. I would like to answer some of these questions which will hopefully be helpful. 1. How do I know what I feel is actually love? What is real love? To answer this, love is far more than the "I am remembering you" or "I cannot live without you." It is a complex emotion that touches every fiber of our being. It impacts the way our body functions. It influences the way we think and even controls how we feel about other things. The beauty of love is that all of us experience it. A mother from her child, a child from her parents, and the list goes on. And I do experience the same. It is also about accepting the other persons as who they really are. 2. What do you do when someone doesn't love you back? The answer may be, love by its very nature involves a risk, the risk of rejection. Not everyone whom we love necessarily will love us back. It is important to remember that just as no one can force you to love them, you too cannot force anyone else to love you back. Love in its true essence is characterized by mutual freedom. When someone does not reciprocate our love, it does not mean that there is something lacking in us. There is absolutely no correlation between my uniqueness and self-worth and the fact that someone doesn't want to be my girlfriend or boyfriend. So, when someone doesn't love you back, it is a loss of an opportunity to that person of knowing and interacting with someone wonderful, and maybe it is an opportunity for me to meet someone else who is far better suited to improving my own quality of life. 3. How do I deal with heartbreaks? Unfortunately, this is part and parcel of the risk of being in a relationship. Since love is a very powerful emotion, it does impact us significantly when the relationship ends. our dreams are shattered, and our future seems bleak. Every person has a choice about the relationship one is in. So, if someone chose to end the relationship you are in, it just means that it is the end of that particular relationship and not the end of the world. Just because one person does not want to love you, it does not mean that no one else wants to love you. The best way to deal with a heartbreak is to acknowledge that the pain you are experiencing is real and to share what you are going through with someone significant like your parents or one who you feel is close to you. 4. Is it necessary to devote all the time to the person I am in love? On a humorous note, not even married people devote all their waking time with one another. I think as an adult, it is important to have my priorities right. At this age, we are setting the foundation for our future. We are learning the skills of what will become one's career. We are meant to discover more and more of ourselves so that we emerge as adults with a self-image. Now, if we are to spend all our time thinking of the other person and being with the other person, all these other important tasks of adolescence will be left incomplete, and we will emerge into adulthood significantly handicapped. As January jumps out, February will fly in with more colorful and charming butterflies of love and affection. Be open and generous to love and care, to be accepted and rejected without losing heart, for we still have miles to go before we reach our destiny. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for the further updates and share the link with everyone you care.